Okay, so what really happens when you combine two different things? I mean, it sounds simple, right? But the answer? Well, it unlocks a fundamental secret of chemistry. Today, we're diving into that secret, the huge difference between mixtures and compounds.
Seriously, think about it for a second. When you mix two substances, what's actually going on? Are they just, sharing the same space? Or are they fundamentally transforming into something brand new? Let's find out.
All right, first up, let's see what happens when substances just, well, mingle. This is what we call a mixture, where things hang out together without any real commitment.
To really see this in action, let's meet our two main characters for today. In this corner, we've got these dark, fine iron filings. And over here, this bright yellow sulfur powder. Two totally different elements, as you're about to see.
And believe me, these two have completely different personalities. The iron is gray, it's strong, and, this is super important, it's magnetic. The sulfur, on the other hand, is yellow, brittle, and definitely not magnetic. They couldn't be more different.
So what happens if we do the absolute simplest thing and just stir them together in a dish? We're not adding any crazy energy, no special lab conditions, just a simple stir. What do you think we've made here?
Well, if you look really close, you can still see the individual specks of gray iron and yellow sulfur. Yeah, they're mixed together, but they're still themselves. And here's the proof, the real kicker. If you run a magnet over it, boom, the iron filings literally leap out, leaving the sulfur behind. They haven't changed their core identities one bit.
And that, right there, is the whole idea behind a mixture. The different parts are all combined, sure, but they're not chemically bonded. Each piece keeps its original properties, just like our magnetic iron and our non-magnetic sulfur.
But what if we add a little more, drama to the situation? Let's see what happens when we really push these elements to become something else entirely. This is where a new identity is forged.
So far, our elements have just been hanging out, but now let's introduce a game changer to the story: heat.
As we heat this mixture up, something pretty amazing starts to happen. It begins to glow this intense red, all on its own. Now, this is way more than just getting hot. This is a full-blown chemical reaction. A permanent change is taking place right before our eyes. And once that reaction is over and everything cools down, it's not a mix of gray and yellow powders anymore. Nope, we've created something totally new. This dark, solid lump called iron sulfide. Okay, now for the big test. Remember our magnet? Let's try that again with our new iron sulfide. And nothing. It's not magnetic at all. The iron has completely lost its original magnetic personality. A new substance has been born. And that is a compound. It's a brand new substance that forms when elements chemically bond together, creating something with a completely new identity and totally different properties from what you started with. Okay, so that's a cool lab experiment, right? But why does any of this matter? Well, it matters because mixtures and compounds are absolutely everywhere in our daily lives. I mean, the air you're breathing right now, that's a mixture of gases like nitrogen and oxygen. The steel in our cars and buildings, that's an alloy, which is just a special kind of mixture. Even that mineral water you might be drinking is a mixture of water and dissolved minerals. They're all just sharing the same space. And, because they're just mixtures, we can often separate them pretty easily using physical methods. Like, say you have salt water. All you have to do is boil the water away. The water evaporates, and poof, the salt crystals are left behind. You can get both parts back because no chemical bonds were ever actually formed. So, if there's one thing you take away from all this, let it be this simple idea. In a mixture, everything keeps its own properties. In a compound, you get something brand new with totally different properties. So I'll leave you with this little challenge. Just look around you. The air you're breathing, the water you drink, maybe even the phone in your hand. Now that you know the difference, can you spot the mixtures and the compounds? Thanks for tuning in.